What is going on, my lovely ladies and gentlemen of the world? I bet you didn't see this coming. I was going to tweet about it. I was like, nah, let's keep it as a surprise. Let's just hop right into it. I don't care about any introductions or nothing. UNIST is an EVO. UNIST is an EVO. Ooh, I'm so happy. On the flip side of that, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle is also an EVO. I gotta eat my words. I remembered saying it the second they announced it. I was like, shit, somebody's gonna bring this up. Somebody's gonna remember this. Sure enough, Hado King remembered, and he even commented on the video with the specific timestamp. Thank you for that. I had said back when I was doing the when UNIST had its side tournament and it was on the EVO, the EVO Twitch channel. Oh god, I almost knocked my phone off straight into my dick. I had said, like, you're high if you think BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle is gonna have a repeat at EVO. Like, it didn't, to me, didn't have the longevity required. But Arc System Works has decided to dedicate themselves to the game, as much as I may hate it. And so because of that continued support, and I also think there's also a factor of, like, Mr. Wizard kind of knowing we fucked that up because of the best 2 out of 3 instead of 3 out of 5 format that they had. They're like, all right, we want to do this again. We want to get this right. That's another factor that I think went into it being back again. But I just thought, like, there was no way in hell they're going to get rid of Guilty Gear or they're going to get rid of Melee. I didn't see that happening, period. Because every single, I mean, obviously Melee has such a huge amount of support behind it. Guilty Gear also has a pretty significant amount of support behind it, but at the same time, Guilty Gear has also been, like, has provided some of the hypest EVO moments every single year. Like, it's brought the house down every time it's been at EVO. So why would you get rid of that? It didn't make sense to me. But if Guilty Gear being gone means UNIST gets a shot, sign me up. I don't care. The BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle is there again. UNIST is there, and that's all that matters. Also, Samurai Shodown. Don't get that at all. We'll see how that goes. EVO has kind of a bad track record. I shouldn't say EVO has a bad track record. It's generally been a bad thing when a game that has not been released yet winds up at EVO. And that's exactly what the case that Samurai Shodown is in. Obviously, the worst example of that is Street Fighter Cross Tekken. That was just a bad time for everybody involved. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, like, I'm actually it's spring break for me right now. And I'm completely alone, which is why I'm able to do this. And so, like, everybody else went home for the holidays. I didn't, like, kill them and bury them anywhere. And so, yeah, like, I'm just left here. I'm alone. I can do whatever I desire. And so what I desire is to talk to all of you. But one of the things that I've been doing now that I have a break is to try to put together a commentary reel that I can submit to hopefully get on the commentary team for EVO 2019. I don't have high hopes for it because obviously I'm not really known very well in the fighting game circles anymore. And I was never really known to the people that are making the decisions for this in the first place. Like, I've never been to an EVO. This will be my first EVO if I do wind up going. And I wasn't able to find anything yet that you can submit for 2019 commentary, but I did find the old form to submit your work with for the 2018 EVO. And one of the questions they asked were like, what tournaments have you commentated in the past year? I haven't. I haven't had time. I haven't had the ability. Like, from where I live, the closest tournaments to me are all like a minimum. I shouldn't say the closest tournaments. The closest tournaments for games that I actually play are like a minimum 2 hours away. There are like weekly Street Fighter tournaments, but that's it nearby me. And Smash, I think they have Street Fighter and Smash. I don't play either of those games, so why would I go there? So that might exclude me just alone by me saying like, hey, I haven't ever. Not in a long time. They might not even bother looking at the commentary reel because, like, well, who gives a shit? This guy hasn't commentated. So we'll see. It would obviously be lovely. Like, I'm certainly not expecting to be able to get onto like a top 8 or anything like that to get on that side of things. But it would be pretty sick just to be able to do pools for a little while, establish myself, get my name out there, get some attention on me. And then, you know, maybe we can improve through there. Maybe I can start finding some locals that are around the area where I'm at right now. I don't know what I'm going to do what I have to try to get involved again, especially because UNIST is at EVO. Like, that's so hype for me. It deserves it so much, and I'm just so happy that it's there. But yeah, that's kind of all. How are all of you? Because I have nothing else. Like, I have just been focused. It sucks. I actually switched majors because I got very disenfranchised with the path I was on, and so I switched majors, and now I'm getting very disenfranchised again. And so now I think I need to evaluate my options again. Oh, so that's what I can talk about. Summer. I wasn't sure what was going on. I really wanted to study abroad. I really, really, really wanted to study abroad. But now that I'm kind of questioning my life, probably not going to happen. Or I shouldn't say probably not going to happen. Definitely not going to happen. The time has passed, long past, about a month. It's been about a month since like the last one closed up that you could actually apply for summer study abroad. So I'm gonna be at home over the summer, and I will be spending some of that time streaming, obviously doing things. Issue is, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna play. It's kind of the same thing right now. Like, I want to do some videos, but I don't know what the hell I'm gonna play. Cause I could play, like, an easy choice for me right now would be to play Sekiro and record that. I probably butchered the pronunciation of that, as I always do. But unfortunately, my laptop is good enough to play it, not good enough to play it and record it without issues. Very significant issues. Same thing with Devil May Cry 5. And then fighting game wise, like, I have nothing to play. All the games that have come out recently have, you know, rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, like, there are some things that I can do, but like, I don't know. It's something that I gotta figure that out. But regardless of all of that, I just want to let you know that over the summer, Nate's going to come back with a vengeance. I could play Pokemon Let's Go, but goddammit, it won't give me a Kangaskhan, so I'm about to quit this stupid game. 1% encounter chance. Why did they keep that around? Why do they think that's a good idea? It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. I hate it. Enough about that. What else do I want to pop off on? That's kind of it. Like, I don't really have anything else. Like, I've just been busy with a bunch of life stuff y'all don't care about. Y'all don't want an education in what I've been learning. I don't even want an education in what I've been learning. I've been bored to tears, but I'm still trying my little heart out. I don't know why. It all feels like such a waste of time, and that's the worst part. It's just that it's like, it's so difficult to motivate yourself to like master something and really spend the time necessary to get like to be like top of your class when you know that like this is all wasted effort. None of this means anything. I shouldn't say wasted effort, because obviously, you know, like, people can look at your transcript, people can look at your grades and be like, oh yeah, that person did really well. But they don't give a shit if you understand the nuances of the class. Like, they don't care if you learned everything you needed to learn and you mastered everything you needed to master for your future, but then you got a B- instead of an A. Whereas somebody who just studied super hard, memorized exactly what they needed to ace every single test, but didn't actually learn anything, didn't, you know, do any of the things necessary that allows them to retain that information for the rest of their lives. They just did what they had to do to ace the test, and they forgot it all immediately after, moved on to the next test, and they got an A. They're looking at that person because they look better on paper. Like, it's such a difficult... Why am I going into this? Nobody cares. This is like some deeply philosophical... It's not deep at all. This is some philosophical stuff nobody cares about. Did I even talk about what I was actually doing for the commentary reel for UNIST? I can't even remember. Help me. I've forgotten how to do this. I've forgotten how to talk. It's been so long. Help me. So yeah, so I'm trying to put together the commentary reel for UNIST, but the problem is twofold. The first of which, those of you that remember me talking about how UNIST has some copyright issues with its soundtrack. I think it's all of the songs that are new for this version. I don't think any of the songs that are returning from UNIL have this issue, but the new songs, the one that pops up the most that I've seen is Mika's theme song, always gets caught by copyright. And so instead of trying to deal with it, instead of trying to worry about it, or, you know, I just went in and I was like, all right, YouTube, do your thing. You can just press a button that's like, remove any copyrighted audio. Now, the issue here is that it's not a sophisticated answer at all. It's not like some well-made, it's going to go through and comb through it and manage to only remove the copyrighted audio while keeping everything else there the same. It just straight up mutes the video for the duration of that copyrighted portion, and then it moves on. That's it. And so that's one issue, is that I'm going through all of my old replay theaters trying to find, you know, like good moments that I can add to a commentary reel. And when a bunch of it is muted and a bunch of really hype moments happen where I could have popped off, they're now muted. That commentary is no longer there. Because I don't save any of these. Like, the amount of hard drives I would have to save all of the videos that I've done, whoo, that's too much. Like, multiple terabytes. I don't have that kind of cash to lay down. Actually, those are probably mad cheap by now. Anyway, so that's issue number 1. Issue number 2, as you all know, I like my 4-letter words. I like them quite a lot. And so when I get excited, they flow like water. And when you're trying to submit something to EVO, which doesn't want you to be talking like that, you don't want, I mean, I'm sure a couple scattered here or there, quote unquote, appropriately, wouldn't be an issue. Those things pop out during excitement. People understand that, and they're not going to judge you for that. But if every single clip has me just spewing out vulgarity nonstop, that's probably going to exclude me in and of itself. And like, there's going to be like, wow, this dude has no control over what he's saying. There's no way we're letting him on a microphone. He must be crazy. That's not going to happen. So that's the other issue, is trying to find actually appropriate moments where I pop off and I'm not, you know, letting loose language not to be repeated in polite company. So, yeah, I'm having a bit of a struggle during that. Let me actually look. I think I only have like 4. Yeah, like I've gone through 5 replay theaters and I only have 4 moments right now because of that. Because I'm just constantly saying bad words. I'm a bad person. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's not my fault. I can't help it. I just get excited and I like those words. You can use them everywhere. I don't have to actually have a vocabulary because those fit in wherever the hell you want them to. It's a struggle. So I need to work on that. I really should work on that if I want to actually pursue this kind of thing. Because it's easy to turn that switch off, right? Like, I mean, everybody does it, especially when most people, when like you're around family or whatever, you have that switch that just activates, or like you have quote, like if you ever had a job, you have the professional mode, which one of the most embarrassing moments, I shouldn't say embarrassing, but one of the moments where I was just instantly like, oh, that's not going to end well. I was just talking to one of my coworkers and that mode had flipped off. Like I had clocked out, I was out of it, but I was still in uniform. I was walking out of the building. I was talking to one of my coworkers and we were just talking completely normally. And so my boss walks by and he just says, you know, like, hello, hey Nate, how are you doing? And I'm just like, hey, sup, dude? And then instantly I was like, I just said, what's up, dude? To my boss in front of customers, to my I should mention this. This is not somebody that was just trying to be friends with us all. This is not somebody who was trying to be a bro to us all. This was an actual legitimate boss who treated professionalism very seriously. And I walk by and I just give him the head nod. I'm like, sup, dude? Instantly. And I can't take that back. I can't be like, oh, that's my bad. I understand that I just fucked that up. I had to own it. So I just kept on walking. I just kept on going. But internally, I'm like, I'm a moron. I can't be talking like that. But yeah, so like everybody has that mode that they can flip on, which I can, you know, you can do that fairly easily. But I can't do that retroactively. I've already said these things. I can't go back through and say them all again. So, it's becoming a struggle to find proper content. I mean, to be fair, I still have, like, I'm on 11 of 47 for replay theaters, and a bunch of those were from, a bunch of the previous ones were ones I didn't even look at because they were from UNIL instead of UNIST, and I'm trying to find just specifically UNIST content. But yeah, it's hard out here for a commentator, so stuff I gotta do. But yeah, just so y'all know, Nate's back for a week. I'm gonna try to record. Let me actually go check this out. I got I put a bunch of stuff just on like my watch later thing to do for specifically for replay theaters. Oh, I still haven't watched the Arc Revolution Japan for Guilty Gear. Have I? I feel like I have. I'm pretty sure I have. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Wait a minute. I have so many more than I thought. Oh my god, it's still going. Holy crap. Over 20. I have over 20 videos. There's no way I'm going to get through those all. Because almost all of them are like 30, 40, 50 minutes long. That looks like the longest one's an hour and a half. Damn. I better get started. that's a lot of content to look at. God damn. Okay. But yeah, so I mean, you know, I got some other things, obviously game related. I'm not just gonna do replay theater stuff. As I mentioned, for those of you that follow me on Twitter, if you don't, what are you doing? Hop on that. I'm hilarious, bitch. But I bought them Fighting Herds, so I may as well record a couple of videos for that, just for kicks. That ended poorly. God damn it, I got ghosted for the first time. Feels bad. What are you gonna do? I tried so hard. How does that song go? Jesus Christ, it's been so long since I've actually heard that. Oh, and got so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter. There we go. See, we remember the lyrics. I can't remember shit when it comes to tests, but anything lyric related, bro, I got you. That's why so many people make songs. That's one of the most efficient ways to memorize something, is to figure out if there's a song, like a beat that you can put it to. It's far easier to remember lyrics well, for most people, than it is to just remember like stuff in general. Like to just try to memorize words. If you put them to a beat, it's so much easier. But yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, teacher, I can't learn what you're trying to teach me because my brain is filled with 5 billion useless songs I've heard throughout my life. I can summon those up in a second. But you want me to learn a vocabulary list? That's not gonna happen. Same thing, like frame data. You put a spreadsheet in front of me for a class, and I'm like, you're out of your mind if you expect me to learn this. But then you put a spreadsheet in front of me for frame data for a fighting game I'm trying to get good at, boy, you best believe I'm gonna memorize that in a night. If only I could get that same motivation for education, dude, I'd be set. Oh, that's the other thing that happened, because the Tetris thing was also because of said female. And so this is a problem. Like, I have to avoid just certain things. I have to avoid them because I am a very competitive person. Not competitive to the point where it's like, I have to win, I have to win, I have to win. I'm only competitive to the point where it's like, as long as I can win. And if I don't win, it's because I did something stupid, then I'm fine with that, right? But if it's like, if I just get flat out embarrassed for something, I'm instantly like, this can never happen again. I can never allow this to happen again. It will never happen again. I will go to whatever lengths it requires to ensure this never happens again. That's just what my mentality is. And so I was just hanging out at a get-together between, you know, a bunch of people that are on the floor that I was on. And this girl that, you know, we were both kind of trying to feel each other out, she plays Tetris against one of the other people. And so then she calls me out. She's like, hey, Nathan, come here and play. So I was like, all right, I'm in this. It's just Tetris. How hard can it be? I got fucked up. Turns out it's quite difficult when you're playing against somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. And so afterwards, after that was over, I instantly came over and I downloaded I didn't get Tetris itself, but I downloaded the demo for the version that she was playing. It's the Nintendo Switch version, like Puyo Puyo Tetris or something like that. Nobody cares about the Puyo Puyo part. We're only in here for the Tetris. And I just started grinding that against the AI, because the AI is actually pretty solid. Like, it's not bad. It's bad if you're like super good, because like now I'm a master essentially now. Not even close. But still, like, initially there were each AI has like its own difficulty level. Basically, some of them are super free and some of them are actually really good. I don't lose to the AI anymore. Like, I'm straight bodying them, throwing them out the window, like no challenge whatsoever. And but now that, you know, again, I've just been getting ghosted, and now it's like, god damn it, what else could I have done with that time that I spent trying to learn Tetris? I could have gotten like 5% better on one of my tests that I took instead of spending time playing goddamn Tetris. But that competitive side of me was instantly just like, this can't happen. This can never happen again, ever. I can't allow myself to be seen like this in public. I can't eat an ass beaten like this. I got pride, man, and my pride was hurt today. And that can't happen again over goddamn Tetris. I don't even give a shit about Tetris. I've never cared. Like, that's one of the big things going around right now, right? Is Tetris 99. Like, people are actually pretty hype about that, right? Like, people are playing a lot of that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about it. But I got embarrassed in public, so I gotta learn Tetris. I wasted so much time, but I got good. I shouldn't say I got good. I'm decent. I understand how to play the game now, and generally, I put the pieces together properly. The only times that I don't is when I accidentally rotate it. Because one of the main things that I'm trying to do is just go faster and faster and faster and faster. And so pretty much every single time that I wind up failing, it's because I rotated a block in the incorrect direction, and then I just instantly put it down. I didn't even pay attention. And so like I just instantly place it in the completely wrong way, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know how to get out of this. That's pretty much, that's generally where everything goes south for me. I don't even know why I'm talking about Tetris. But yeah. Oh, I'll show it to you guys when I actually do something with a webcam. I bought the Soul Calibur combo stick. It's so beautiful. It feels so good. Is it the Obsidian, I want to say? They also made a Guilty Gear version of that stick, and the artwork is awful. I kind of hope nobody bought it just so they can understand, like, this is Guilty Gear, motherfucker. You got to do better than that with your artwork. Let me actually go look it up. I'll put a picture. I mean, I'm sure it's just on their website, right? Surely? Like, I can't even remember what it looks like anymore. I just remember how absolutely god-awful the stick looked. It's not even on 8arc, really? You're going to make me go to Amazon? It's not even there? Really? Hold up. Let me just go Guilty Gear Fight Stick, I guess. That's the wrong one. See, that one's actually good. I think that one was oh god, I can't even remember what it is. Mad Catz. Mad Catz made a stick that was Guilty Gear. It didn't have any. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's Japan exclusive. That's why I can't find it. That'd do it. Yeah, this stick is so ugly. I'll put a picture of it up when I do this. It's just, it looks so bad. Oh, there it is. Flame of Corruption, the original seal Adam and Eve. What the hell? Don't scroll, asshole. 2 separate seeds. Scales of Juno. The absolute world never occurs again. And then it just has a picture of, like, Jacko on one side, and then like picture of Soul and Kai next to each other, a cut off picture of Sin. Is that Sin or is that, no, that's definitely Sin. And you can barely see Dizzy's face. Like, it's ugly. I hate it. And then you compare it to what the Soul Calibur stick looks like. It's just so beautiful, and I can't get enough of it. I love it so much. So I wound up buying it because of that. Because basically because of this girl again. Fuck, man, girls ruining lives out here. It was worth it. Like, no matter what, I will never regret that purchase. It's such a good stick. But yeah, that was one of the reasons I bought it, was because she wanted to. I don't think she actually cared about Guilty Gear. I think, again, it was just kind of, you know, trying to feel people out, and so she wanted an excuse to talk. But so because of that, I showed her Guilty Gear, but I was just using a pad. I only had an Xbox pad. I didn't have a stick, and so I'm trying to show off this game, and I am pathetically bad at it. Like, the thing is too is, somebody that's a complete novice at fighting games, they can't really tell how bad you actually are, but you know exactly how bad you are. So I was just like, I can't play fighting games like this. I can't do it. I'm gonna buy a stick. Fuck it. And so I bought the Soul Calibur 6 stick, and now I've been playing. Got back into Guilty Gear for a little bit, tried to play online, got put on blast by the connection as usual, and so I had to give that up quickly. But I learned a little bit about them's fighting herds at the same time, and boy, let me tell you. Is Tin Hawk, how do you even pronounce that thing? Like the little lizard dragon-esque one? She broken? She feels broken, because she's the only character in the game with an air dash. She has ghetto Valkenheim maneuvers. Like, feels like her rushdown is broken. But I don't actually know, because nobody plays that game online, so I couldn't find any matches to see. And like, the tournament footage of the game seems pretty low level, if I'm being honest. Like, from what I could tell, it just seemed like their combos were, I don't want to get too far into it, but yeah, it didn't seem like there was any particularly like, oh yeah, this is really high level gameplay right here, from what I could tell. But it definitely felt like she was very broken, just from like her options in comparison to all the other characters' options. Anyway, I've been rambling on long enough. Like I said, I got some stuff planned. I'm going to do some stuff, and I'm going to hop to it right now. Thank you for listening. Hope you are all having a wonderful time. I'm about to have a very lonely week because I'm basically the only, like, it's damn near damn near a zombie apocalypse around this campus right now, because I think everybody else has left. Everybody else is just like, get me out, I don't want to be here anymore, I want no part of this. And then I'm just over here like, just gonna enjoy my time by myself, yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks for listening.